Hello everyone. In this video we'll be going over a new feature that we've released that addresses a really common problem if you use our quote outputs, something that you may have stumbled across along the way. And basically it's a really simple issue that one example we could look at is when you have a project like this one here, a really basic project that does not have any wainscot. So if you have wainscot turned off for this project, your quote page may report the wainscot by default. And how do we fix that? So here's an example. As I turn the wainscot on and I run a report and I look at it, it says, okay, yes, I have wainscot. You can see my picture shows that. And it says my color, it says the material, and it says wainscot. So on the other hand, if I go back to that job, and let's say that this job did not have wainscot on it, and I turned it off, and then I report and look at my report. Well, the issue is that if wainscot is turned off, this token is still reporting on your Word document. Basically what happens is the Word document is not smart enough to know that, yes, it knows that it's turned off, but it doesn't realize that this line should be completely excluded or changed. And it's just the basics of how our token reporting system works. Because as in Advanced Edit or anything where if you go in and look at your details of this job and you go look at that setting, well, what is the wainscot set to? Well, it's still set to Ag Panel 40 year, so that's what it's going to report, whether or not wainscot is turned off or not. So in order to fast forward, in order to fix this issue and make your Word document smarter, we implemented a feature that has been in Word for a long time. It's just something we had never supported. But if you look at this feature, and if you're familiar with Word, you've probably heard of it. Maybe you know all about it. But basically, this feature is if you open up a Word document, and I just pulled up a sample document here, one that you may have, and we'll share this one with you. But it's a basic sample that you can use to get started to create your own quote page. And if we look at this one, it's basically using, if you go to Insert at the top, click on the Insert button, and we want to go to Quick Parts. And when you go to Quick Parts, there's a bunch of options there. We'll take a look at it. But basically if you choose the field in Quick Parts, you have several options here. And we're gonna focus on the if function today. So I'm just going to cancel this. And if you look at this document that I have here, it actually has some already set up. And like I said, we allow you to download this document. If you want to get a copy of it, you can. It's going to be on our support desk. If you're in our support desk and you look up this article here, it's going to be included at the bottom so you can download it and you can see the instructions how to set this up. And we also have a few examples of use cases for this. So again, wainscot is just one. Sometimes when there's overhang, sometimes when there's liner turned on or off, it may cause the same issue. So if we go back to that document and we talk about, okay, how do we set that up? And we're going to focus on wainscot just for this example. But it's been set up already. But if I right click right on this text, the wainscot text, and I say I want to edit this field, it expands this field out so you can see what it is. And basically it's this formula that I put in beforehand. So to back up a step and walk through, well, how do I set that up? Let's say that I want to add my own. I just create a new line here. And so I have my cursor on the next line here, and I go to Quick Parts. I choose Field, and then I want to go down to If. So we select If. Before you click OK, we want to type in the formula that we have here. Now again, in our help desk, we're going to have some example formulas in there. But if I want to set up like the overhang one, I could copy this text here, and I will have to clean it up a bit. But I'm just going to copy this. And if we go back into the Word document field and we paste this formula. So basically, if you look at this line here, so we want if expression 1, operator expression 2, true, false, text. So this is the order that needs to be set up in. So we can get rid of, we don't need two ifs and we don't need the brackets. So it needs to look something like this. So we have an if, and then you have your quotations, and then I'm going to go all the way to the end here to make sure it's all clean. So yes, this looks good. So this would work. And if I hit OK, now it applied this quick part into this document. And if you right click back onto this, you can toggle the field codes open and you can see the entire formula. So if you right click again, you can toggle them back to the closed position. So that quick part has been set up now. So those are the steps. And again, we have a Word expert on our team that will help you if you have issues, questions on this. It is a little bit tough to set it up if you've never worked with Word in this way. But again, we have some examples here. And just going back to, again, recapping what the point of this process is, anytime that you have something calling out on your job, like a wainscot material, overhang soffit material, wall liner, ceiling liner. You may want to set them up as quick parts so that whenever it's not applied to that particular project, it reverts back to not applied. So if I look at some of these others, I have it set up so if the job has ceiling, it reports the material. If it does not have ceiling, it reports not applied. So it does an if statement there. So again, thanks for watching. Just a really quick walkthrough of quick parts. I hope you enjoyed it, and God bless.